Let me ask you something simple but powerful. When was the last time your mind was quiet? I don't mean when you were scrolling or distracted. I mean really, genuinely still. No noise, no panic, no what ifs, just peace. If your answer is, I cannot remember, you are not alone. For years, I lived in what felt like a permanent state of inner noise. My to-do list never ended. My brain was cluttered in box of unread emotional emails. And worst of all, even when things were going right externally, internally, I was tired. Not just physically tired, mentally exhausted. And one day I had enough. I decided I would try something radical. Not 10 rules, not a 5 a.m. club, just one. And that one rule changed everything. It didn't just give me better focus, it gave me a new mind. Today, I'm going to show you how this rule works, why it's backed by psychology and neuroscience, how world class performers use similar filters for peace, and most importantly, how you can apply this starting today. Whether you live in Mumbai, Miami, or Madrid, this rule works globally because peace doesn't need a passport. Moving with first one, the true cost of a noisy mind, backed by stats. Here's the truth no one talks about enough. Mental clutter costs more than time. It costs identity. Let's break it down. Cost hash one. Energy depletion. Research from Stanford University shows that mental multitasking decreases productivity by up to 40%. You think you are being efficient. You are not. You are leaking energy like a cracked pipe. Cost hash 2. Emotional instability. Chronic overthinking activates your amygdala. That's your brain panic button. This leads to cortisol spikes, the stress hormone, and over time, this can rewire your brain for anxiety. Cost has 3. Cognitive decline. Yes, literal brain fog. The University of Michigan found that long term mental overload reduces memory performance, clarity, and even impairs long term decision making. It's not just a personal issue, this is a global epidemic. Think about it. A software engineer in Silicon Valley, a medical student in South Korea, an entrepreneur in Lagos, all of them are fighting the same war. Too much input, not enough silence. It's time to understand that mental stillness isn't a luxury anymore, it's survival. Moving me next one, the one rule that transformed my mindset forever. Here it is. If it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't stay. Say it again with me. If it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't stay. This applies to people, habits, notifications, conversations, even your internal dialogue. The moment I truly lived by this rule, I felt like I was living in high definition again. I could hear my intuition. I could breathe in silence. And no, this doesn't mean you avoid hard work or uncomfortable growth. Peace isn't the absence of effort, it's the absence of unnecessary noise. Let that sink in. Ask yourself this every day. Does this conversation bring me peace? Or is it a hidden energy trade? Does this social app bring me calm? Or is it just anxiety in disguise? Does this habit align with the future I want? Or is it just borrowed from someone else's expectation? If it doesn't serve your soul, it has to go. That's the law. Moving with next one. Neuroscience. Your brain loves this rule. Let's go deep. The human brain processes over 70,000 thoughts per day. There's 70,000 chances to lose your focus or protect it. Now here's the science for you. According to cognitive load theory, your brain has limited processing power each day. Think of it like a phone battery. The more tabs open, the faster it drains. By living through this one rule, only allowing what brings peace, you reduce the taps, you extend the battery. MRI studies confirm this. When individuals simplify their inputs and lower distractions, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning, focus, and logic, literally becomes stronger. And here is the kicker for you. Over time, people who reduce mental clutter also show higher gray matter volume in the anterior cingulate cortex, the region tied to emotional regulation. Translation: peace rewires your brain for control, balance, and presence. Not just for monks, not just for CEOs, for you. Moving with next one, decision fatigue, the enemy of peace. Now let's talk psychology. Decision fatigue is a global productivity killer, and you may not realize you are suffering from it, but you are. Do you ever feel paralyzed over small things like of what to wear, what to eat, which email to reply to first? That's decision fatigue. You have made so many chances already that your mental fuel is empty. That's why people like Barack Obama wore the same suits, why Steve Jobs wore the same turtleneck, and why top performing founders time block their days with precisions. They reduce unnecessary choices and preserve energy for real decisions. And that's where our rule comes in. By filtering every action, thought, and plan through the lens of peace, you instantly eliminate the low value decisions. Peace becomes your compass, not productivity, not profit. Peace. Moving with next one. Case studies from novel to Stoic philosophy. Let's zoom out, see this rule in action. Naval Ravikant, engineering master and thought leader, famously said, "A calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love, these things cannot be bought. They must be earned." His framework for wealth begins with peace. Elon Musk, despite managing multiple companies, blocks out deep work time. No meetings, no calls, no decisions unless essential. That's not just time management, it's mental boundary creation. Even 2000 years ago, the Stoic knew this. Marcus Aurelius joined Delhi not to be more productive, but to clear his mind. He called it Itumaya, the state of being in harmony with yourself. Whether you are in ancient Rome, modern Silicon Valley, or a remote village, peace is the same currency. Moving with next one, how to apply the rule, daily framework. So how do we apply this rule practically? Here is your global daily framework. First, morning audit. Ask, what's on my calendar that doesn't bring peace? Cancel one thing, start with one. Second, digital clutter. Turn off 90% of app notifications and follow 5 accounts that add anxiety. No doom scrolling before bed. Third, relationship inventory. Which interactions leave you drained? Which one feels heavy? Distance doesn't mean disrespect, it means protection. Fourth, night ritual. Before sleeping, ask what thought is on repeat. Is it mine or did I inherit it? Release it. Write it. Burn the page if you must. Fifth, weekly peace list. List 3 activities that made you feel calm this week. Do more of those. Replace one toxic habit with one peaceful one. This isn't a one day fix, it's a new operating system. Moving with next one. After 30 days, the results shocked me. After 30 days of living by the soul, everything changed. I felt clearer. I slept deeper. I spoke slower. I smiled more. But more than that, I attracted better opportunities. I attracted people who respected my boundaries. I stopped over explaining. I stopped self editing. I started reading with presence, with peace. This rule. gave me myself back. It's not magic, it's alignment. And when you choose peace as your filter, your entire life upgrades. Moving with final message. Let me leave you with this. Most people chase peace by adding more books, more advice, more apps. But real peace is found by remove what doesn't fit, remove what doesn't align, remove what doesn't bring stillness. If it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't stay. Try this for one day, then 1 week, then 1 month. And when your life begins to feel like it finally fits you, you will know it was worth it. If this resonated with you, like this video, comment below with one thing you are ready to remove, and hit subscribe for more psychology, peace, and power every single week. This isn't just content, it's clarity therapy for the global mind.